my spooky, scary skeletons. It's Chloe in Real Life, your guide to ghoulish, your share of the spook and a fan of all things frightful. Welcome back to another episode of my Halloween Spooktacular, and you know what time it is. It's time for Home Haunts Part 3. I'm really excited, so let's go check them out. Here I am at Casket Creek in Rancho Cucamonga, California. This place is so cool, and I don't know if it's just a lot of lawn, I don't know if it's 2 houses, but it's huge. As you can see, they have this awesome facade here, but it continues down. So let's get a closer look because this is so cool. There's so many special effects, animatronics, the lighting is awesome, and I can't wait to get a closer look. So let's go. Hey there, my spooky, scary skeletons. I am currently here with Mark and Ron from Casket Creek. So tell us a little bit, first of all, this is so impressive. This display is huge. Tell us a little bit about what your inspiration was.
Well, we've been doing haunts for a couple of years now, and we always wanted to do an Old West. We were inspired by Hollywood Haunters from the YouTube, and they had a fantastic Old West. Not that we're trying to copy it, but it was inspiration, for sure.
Nice, nice,
yeah.
Very cool. Well, you guys did a fantastic job. So do you have a different theme every year?
We have had a different theme the last 3 years. This is our first year as a ghost town. So we intend to do this one for a few years now and see how it goes.
That is very impressive that you guys changed it up. I love that. I think it's super cool. So how long have you been planning this event, and how long did it actually take you to build?
Well, I'll take on how long we've been planning it. We started planning it about a week before last Halloween.
Wow.
And have done reiterations and drawings and what have you the whole year through. Yep. And then as far as the building, I'll let you handle that one.
We've been building every day almost since about August.
Wow.
There were certain pieces of the project that we built early on, like we had the scissor lift prop in the saloon, and that we built probably in June.
Yeah.
But most of it intensely since August.
Wow, that is amazing. You see, that doesn't seem like a lot of time for everything you have here. That is extremely impressive. And then I have to ask, I've been asking all the home haunts, how do your neighbors feel about this? Because I've heard some home haunt horror stories that there's some not nice neighbors that call the city. So how's it going with you?
We haven't seen any of that sort of calling the city or anything, but most of the neighbors are actually very supportive. They've been coming by the house and in the afternoons and talking to us and excited to see the growth and change and what have you. So it's been pretty good.
Very cool. That's good. That is really good, and let's hope it stays that way.
Agreed, yes.
I feel like people are more accepting of it now because there isn't a lot to do, and so they're like, oh, well, at least something is interesting is happening that I can watch from my window. Can you tell us a little bit about the dates that you guys are running and where we can find you on social media?
Absolutely. So we will be running every night this weekend and next weekend up until Sunday with the animations and all the sounds and lighting and everything, and it'll be lit and sound just during the weeknights.
Perfect. Perfect.
So we're on Instagram, and it's Straight to Hail Haunt with underscores in between each word.
Awesome. We will put that on the screen and in the description box down below so you guys can go check them out.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Come see us.
talking with me, and hope to see you guys here. Hey there, my spooky, scary skeletons. I'm currently here at Bello's Haunt in Rialto, California. This is super cool. I love it. I love the little vintage vibe. I want to get a closer look. I am here with Gian from Bello's Haunt. So can you tell me a little bit about what your inspiration was for this display this year?
Yeah, so we decided that not many people could do like full haunted house or haunts, so we decided to make our own twist of what we think it's a classic Halloween. So we normally do pure horror, gore, all the scary stuff, but if you guys notice, we've gone a bit more softer.
I love it.
So everyone can enjoy it.
I personally love the classic Halloween, the vintage Halloween. It is so cute. And I feel like sometimes the Halloween community can get so caught up in all the spooks and gore and stuff like that they forget the classics. And I like that you brought that here today. So can you tell us about how long you've been doing this for?
Yeah, so I've been doing this for over 3 years now. This is going to be our 3rd year. We normally do full walkthrough haunted houses, but because of COVID situations, we couldn't do that, so we decided to do this yard display.
Nice. And how long did it take you to set up?
So painting and everything, I've been doing it since like February, June, so everything was already painted and stuff, but building, it just took us like 2 weeks. Like the first week of October, we decided, hey, why not? Because it was supposed to be a little mausoleum on the garage door, but we saw some fellow haunts and we thought, hey, why not make a full yard display?
So can you actually tell me how old you are?
I'm actually 16 years old.
Oh, wow. So you've been doing this since you were 13?
14.
14. That is amazing. That is so cool. I love seeing like young haunters on like making stuff and starting their haunt, and it's telling me to make a haunt. But I think that's so cool, and we have talked to a few younger people, and I think that it is just so cool to get inspired. Young haunters out there, just get inspired, do a little display in your yard. I think it's really cool. And then I've heard some horror stories about neighbors not being super okay with it. How are your neighbors?
My neighbors actually love it. Every time they drive by, like, they're all super supportive and they actually really like it.
Oh, that's
I
great.
do try to respect that, like, not have the music full on blast every night, or the fog machine on, or having it up too late at night. So I still do respect some aspects, and also try to keep it child friendly out here. So
Yeah. And then I have one more question. How do your parents feel about it?
they like it because, like, I can actually express myself creatively. So, like, my dad, like, he's like super like, oh, focus more on school and stuff like that. When my mom's all like, and she's more of like thrills and stuff like that. So she's all like, do what you want, be creative, like, don't copy everyone, but make your own versions of things.
And I like that. I mean, honestly, I feel like out of all the things that teenagers could be doing, making a haunted house is not that bad. Well, thank you so much for talking with me. Can you tell us a little bit about the dates that you guys are open?
Yeah, so we're open every weekend, Friday through Sunday from 7 to 10. Lights, music, and fog. But the lights are on almost every day, same hours, 7 to 10.
Awesome, perfect. Well, thank you so much. Be sure to come by because it's really fun. Hey Hey there, my spooky, scary skeletons. I am here currently at Greenwich Cemetery in Ontario, California. I just have to say that this is so pretty. I absolutely love the pumpkin garland. It's so cool. It feels so spooky, like a house you would see as a little kid going up on Halloween trick-or-treating. I love it. Let's take a closer look. So one thing that they have here that I think is super, super cool is kind of a little message encouraging people to put a jack-o'-lantern on either their porch or in a window, and then on Halloween night you take your kids around the block and maybe you have a backpack with some Halloween candy, and every time they spot a jack-o'-lantern you put some candy in their basket. So it's like they're trick-or-treating. You still have the little experience. Maybe the kid could even turn to the parent and say trick-or-treat. And then it's still very safe. You don't have to worry about wiping down candy or social distancing when trick-or-treating, and I think that idea is super great. So be sure to put a jack-o'-lantern on your porch or in your window. And if you have a little one, maybe even if it's a little brother, little sister, or just a kid, you can take them around the block and have a nice, fun trick-or-treating experience that's still safe. Thank you so much, Greenwitch Cemetery, for this awesome idea. I love it. I am here with Aaron from Greenwich Cemetery, and tell us a little bit about what your inspiration was for your haunt this year.
Well, I add a little more every year to it. I've been at this house for 6 years doing it.
Wow.
And so I started slowly building as I go, and 4 years ago I had a kid, so I kept it more family fun oriented and a little more whimsical, because every night he wants to come help me build everything. So with that kept in mind, every night, like turning on the witch, he runs outside excited with me. So I can't get too spooky, because every night it's daddy, 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 let's turn on the witch.
Oh,
so I love it,
cute.
and long as his head keeps going, I'm gonna keep it going every year. Halloween's just been my fun and love since, as I was a little one. I used to, at my parents' house, when I was a kid and teenager, I used to do a little haunted maze through their garage.
Oh, awesome.
And all that fun stuff as well. I used to work at a haunted house with a couple buddies. And so now it just turned to my love is here, and I get to do it at my own house for fun every year.
That's awesome, and I love that your son is just as excited about Halloween. So can you tell me a little bit about your neighbors? Because I've heard some horror stories about some neighbors that are not so friendly and maybe not so into Halloween. So could you tell us if your neighbors are okay with it?
Oh, my neighbors are really, really cool.
Okay, that's good.
No problems at all. Actually, when I first moved here, it was a little dark around here. And then, as the years going on, more and more people started putting more and more stuff up.
Yeah.
So to me, it's been awesome.
I tend to notice that, once one person starts doing something, everyone's like, oh, well, we got to keep up. And, you see lights over there and there. I think it's really great that it kind of encourages the community to decorate as well.
And I love it. It doesn't matter what you put out. Just put something out. It could just be a jack-o'-lantern. If the whole street was going with jack-o'-lanterns, it would just look that
so
cool.
Pretty. It would look so awesome. So can you tell us about kind of your dates and where we can find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram.
Okay.
At Greenwich Cemetery.
Perfect.
And that's the only social media account I got.
Awesome. And what dates are you open?
For the rest of now until Halloween, Fridays and Saturdays, 7 to 11, and then Thursday through Sunday, 7 to 10, but Friday and Saturday would be fog only.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, be sure to come check it out because this is very pretty. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you so much for talking with me. Hey there, my spooky, scary skeletons. I'm currently here in Orange County, California to check out Pirates Cave, a super awesome pirate-themed yard display slash show. I'm really excited to check it out, so let's go. Hey there, my spooky, scary skeletons. I am here with Dave and Jacob from Pirates Cave. And tell us a little bit about your inspiration for the show, because it was really cool.
Well, we heard that the big guns like Knott's Berry Farm and Halloween Horror Nights were closing down, and that was quite a shock. And we were like, wow, we can't do our normal walkthrough, you know?
Yeah.
So what are we going to do? So we started hearing about other haunts doing a yard display. And we decided, well, heck, we can do a yard display, but we're going to take it up a couple notches. So that's what brought us here.
Yeah.
Very cool.
My inspiration just comes from him. I've seen him like my whole life build the haunt and put it on for like all of our neighborhoods. So I would just start to help him more and more. And he's just my biggest inspiration because I just see his passion from all of it.
Very cool. So can you tell me a little bit about how long it took for you guys to build and set up?
It took us about 3 months in total to build and set up. We had to do a lot of stuff on the computer this year. Like we had to program the DMX lights, which is what lights up the show, and we had to edit together both our video screens, which took a very long time. So we've been at work since late August working on all of this, but it's definitely a good payoff this year, and we're glad that people enjoy it so much.
Well, and even before that, we had to write the story, you know,
Yeah.
and then whittle it down to a succinct time, you know, and then find all the footage and then edit it into the sequence. So that took a great deal of time as well.
Very cool. And then I have to ask, what do your neighbors think about it?
Our neighbors actually are very supportive of what we do. We have great neighbors who are very, like, they love it, and then I don't know, just like, they're very supportive. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, they come out and they watch it, you know, and you know, every year Christmas time we bring them some Christmas cookies, and we make an effort to keep good relationships with them, get to know them, and we've been in the neighborhood 21 years now, so they all know us and they've seen the kids grow up, and so we're just very, very lucky to have such supportive neighbors with all that we do. We've never had a serious complaint at all.
Well, that's great. Well, your guys' haunt was fantastic. I know it's a yard display, but it was scary enough to call it a little haunt. Great job. Can you tell us the dates that you're open and where we can find you on social media?
Yeah, we are open October 30th, 31st, and November 1st. That is our last operating weekend for 2020.
Starting tomorrow,
Yes.
we'll have the lights on so you can drive by and see the effects and lights, but there's no actors and no show at that point.
On Instagram, we are Pirates Cave Haunt, and such for all of our sites, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook.
And then one more question. Can you tell us about how long you guys have been doing a haunt?
I started building haunted houses when I was 10 years old in my parents' garage.
Very cool.
And I've been helping him out for 16 years. So even though I'm 16 now, I just had my hand helping him out every little year. But this year we're pretty even helping out.
Awesome.
So.
Well, great job. Thank you so much for talking with me. Hey there, my spooky, scary skeletons. I am currently here at Insane Productions Candy Shop Takeover Haunt. I'm really excited because this is actually a walkthrough haunted house, which are a little rare now, and as you can see, things are getting a little intense, so I'm really excited to head in. Let's go! I am here with Cameron McGinnis from Insane Haunt Productions. You are the mastermind behind this whole event. So tell me a little bit about what your inspiration was for this.
So when I was about 13 years old, I went down the street, just a couple doors down. I have a neighbor who did a haunted house, just, with like plastic and stuff like that in his garage. But I completely fell in love with it. And I was like, wow, I need to do something like that. And then the first year I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain, I got super scared, loved it. And I just fell in love with the idea of, building sets and producing stuff like that. Not really being a scare actor, but just putting it all together.
Very cool. Very awesome. I love that. And may I ask how old you are and how long you've been doing this?
I'm 18 years old. I will be 19 in like 4 or 5 days. On the 29th is my birthday.
Happy early birthday.
So it's pretty nice having a birthday right before Halloween.
Yeah. And how long have you been doing this for?
This is my 3rd professional year. The first year I wasn't on SoCal Haunt List, but then the second year I was, and I really grew from then on.
Awesome.
And this is my 3rd year, and it's just, I've had a lot of support so far.
Well, congratulations. You're doing a fantastic job. Now, I have to ask about the maze. It smelled like cotton candy. And so can you tell us a little bit about how you did that effect?
Yeah, so I really love messing with people's every sense imaginable. So there's cotton candy, fog, and there's also, it's hard to tell with the mask, but it smells like decaying flesh in the butcher shop.
Wow!
I just like messing with the senses, and so there's also the pneumatics that, with the air, because, you don't want anyone touching you. And if you haven't noticed, you're a little bit crooked on an uphill slant, so it's very disorienting, and the lights are just make it all
Well, fantastic job. I really love how you kind of use, like, obviously there's a lot of setbacks with COVID, and I thought stuff like the air was, like, really smart of getting a great scare. That obviously isn't the social distance, you could say. And then I've been asking the home hunts, how do your neighbors feel about this?
My neighbors are very, very, very supportive. Everybody here has lived here since we've all grown up together.
Oh, very cool.
So they all supported. We had a little test run on the 22nd with all the neighbors, so it really helps me out. The videos you see are my neighbors. They do it. So everybody pitches in somehow, and it's just great. They're all supportive.
Yeah, and then I have one more question. How do your parents feel about this?
So, funny question. My parents love it and hate it at the same time. I store everything at my mom's and I put everything up at my dad's, so it's a great win-win. They really help me out with everything I need. Always say, hey Cameron, do you need anything? And so they're very supportive.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for talking with me. And can you tell us just when you're open and where people can find you on social media?
Yeah, so I'll be open on the 29th, my birthday, the 30th, and the 31st from 6 to 10. My social media at Insane Haunt Productions, and I also have the website for the virtual line reservations, insanehauntproductions.com.
Awesome. And we can also find you on the SoCal Haunt list, so go check that out. Well, thank you so much for talking with me, and come stop by because it's super, super fun. Okay, guys, so that was a big group of home hunts. We have Greenwitch Cemetery, Casket Creek, Pirates Cave, Candy Shop, and Bello's Haunt. And oh my gosh, I thought they were all fantastic. Be sure to leave a comment down below on which one your favorite was. I don't even think I could pick a favorite. They were all so cool. Thank you so much to these home hunts / yard displays for inviting me out. I had a really great time. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a spooky video just like this one. I will see you all next time. Don't forget to stay spooky. Bye, guys.